Welcome to an all-new Nerds to Men. I am Brad Reed. We are joined today by Cameo.
What's up, Brad?
Who is my co-host, and we got a special guest, Myke Stevens, and we'll introduce Myke here in just a second. But Cameo, I was wondering, what season are we in of Nerds to Men?
Is this 3?
Is it 3?
We had a long season 1. I think we did like
season 1 was like
1,000
2 years.
episodes.
Yeah,
I think we did 1,000 episodes that season.
Yeah, I think so. So tonight is season 4.
Okay, so kicking off season 4.
Yeah, tonight is season 4, episode 1, and Myke Stevens is here. Myke Stevens is the host of a podcast that we got to be a guest on, Chillin with Myke. And tell everybody about that podcast, where they can find it, and your stand-up, where they can see you. I love stand-up comedy, so I'm excited about this.
Awesome. Well, like you said, I'm Myke the comedian. My podcast is Chillin with Myke the comedian, and pretty much what I do is I just have different interesting people or influential people or just, people I think is funny or cool on the show, and we just chill and vibe out and just talk mad shit. And you can find me on YouTube, Myke the comedian. Subscribe, like, share. Instagram, Facebook, same thing, Myke the comedian. MYKETHE comedian. I'm not gonna spell it because I'm high. I'm on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Anchor, Breaker, Pocket Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, a few other ones that escaped me at the time, but mostly just Spotify, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram.
Nice.
You can find me at the Bricktown Comedy Club. I would have been there tonight, but fucking Jay from Jay and Silent Bob is there, so.
Oh, see, I'm going to see him there tomorrow.
Okay, dope.
Yeah. I hit up Cameo, actually. I was like, can you get me tickets? But Cameo doesn't really hook me up with anything anymore. So
That's because I don't get hooked up anymore.
Well, that's true. That's true. That used to be like the only cool thing about working in radio was all the
free shit.
Yeah, the free stuff. And then that started going away once like all the decisions were made on a national level by like one person, so they just started sending them all the free stuff. So yeah, that's how that all went down. So no more swag.
Yeah,
not from them.
Yeah,
right.
I should have called up Myke. I should have been like, hey Myke, you got the hookup?
I don't have a hookup no more, man. Like
that's what I tell people about radio stuff too. So we got to talk about it's like a Star Wars galore on this podcast, and it's one thing that I know all three of us are into. So let's get into first the Mandalorian season 2. We had episode 1 and 2 since the last time we talked. And I just want to say, first of all, the first 2 episodes have been amazing. Cameo?
Yes. I was glad to see that the first episode was like 55 minutes. Mm-hmm. And I was kind of upset that the second episode wasn't 55 minutes.
Yeah.
But I mean, regardless of the time, I mean, it just holds you, man. It's just like boom. In your face, nonstop fun, and Baby Yoda, I mean, steals it. Steals it every single time.
I love Baby Yoda, and like the first episode, and spoilers, because I'm hoping everybody that would be watching this has seen 1 and 2 already, because I'm trying to get this show up by Friday, because I can't wait to see episode 3. But so in the first episode, it was very much back to that Western type of feel. And Timothy Oliphant was the sheriff of that town.
Whoop, whoop. Justified.
Yeah. But I mean, they're not going away from all the stuff that I love about The Mandalorian. I'm going to ask you a controversial question right off the bat, Myke. Is The Mandalorian better than all of the latest Star Wars movies we've seen?
They're like, it depends on which one. Because The Force Awakens was pretty cool. And then that middle one, you kind of started to lose me. Then the last one, I was like, okay. So it just depends.
Yeah.
The middle one it kind of lost me a little bit because there was a lot going on. And it was, this whole feud between like Kylo Ren and Rey, I'm just like, bruh, like, what are you gonna do? Like, come on, man, like,
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
like,
in a little bit we'll get into like what the original plan for those sequels were on that trilogy. But like I have to say Mandalorian hands down has got to be the best Star Wars show that's ever been put out.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
I go with that because I watched the whole first season in like a week.
Yeah.
After you guys talked to me about it, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna sit down and watch it. And I sat down and watched. I was like, I missed this for 2 years. Like, oh shit. Like, damn, I should have been watched this shit. This is pretty good. Like, okay.
So were you a big Star Wars fan though?
Oh man, growing up, like my sister was mad into that stuff, and so was my mom.
Mm-hmm.
And like I thought Billy D was like the coolest guy in the world.
Yeah,
he still is.
I still do. Like, I still do think Billy D is like the dopest cat in the world. He was like the dopest. He's like the only brother in space.
Right,
coolest brother in space. You know what I'm saying? Like he was pimping in space.
Right.
Doesn't Donald Glover need his own movie?
Yeah, I don't think it's supposed. Yeah, I would love that.
Okay, here's the thing. I wasn't quite pleased with they didn't consult me with the choosing of Donald Glover. I didn't sign off on that.
Who would you have chosen?
Michael B, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
If he was available?
I don't know.
I mean, okay, look, here's the thing. Billy D is like good looking. And like when I think of like good looking men, Donald Glover just doesn't, you know what I'm saying? Like Billy D was like a fly nigga in space, you know what I'm saying? Like he was, you know what I'm saying? So it's like Donald Glover, that's the best you can do. Like,
see, I thought with Donald Glover, he pulled off like just that smoothness.
Yeah.
Was Mike Epps busy or something? Like,
oh no, not Mike Epps. But I
don't know. I just think somebody else could have got it work and did better. But whatever, man. This is probably why I don't cast movies.
So, Cameo, back to the season 2, episode 1 of The Mandalorian. Obviously, I liked like that whole story, but I think what they were doing, I'm kind of setting up what happens at the end. But like they show the Mandalorian like all these situations where he just kind of like gets by the skin of his teeth, right? And so I think that was starting to set up the fact that Boba Fett is alive and well, right?
Yeah.
And so the thing that everybody would ask was, how did he survive? Well, look at how the Mandalorian keeps getting out of these situations.
Question.
Right.
We don't necessarily know what time frame this takes place in. Has that ever really been established yet?
Yes, it is.
Between the 3 and 4, right?
Yeah.
Is it? Because I'm thinking, I thought this was a prequel because Yoda's a baby.
No, well,
No.
that's not Baby Yoda. That is the child. Like, he's a clone of Yoda, or we don't know yet. That's kind of like the mystery.
Oh.
Yeah, so people call him Baby Yoda, and he's 50 years old.
Right.
So, but like the real Yoda, like he lived to be what, like 600 years old or something like that?
He got up there.
Yeah, the Star Wars.
I think he was like 900
or something. Yeah. So there is an established timeline. I can't remember.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
I must have missed that. See, I watched this shit while I'm smoking, so I missed a lot.
I have the same problem, except for it's like usually names. I'm like, I can't.
I know that guy's face. Yeah. He's a bad guy. I know his face.
Yeah. But so that's the guy that we see at the end of Mandalorian, the first episode, was the actor who was Jango Fett in the prequels.
Right.
Oh, real quick.
Yeah.
So the Mandalorian is set 5 years after the fall of the Empire in episode 6. And so basically between episode 6 and 7. So this is where it takes place.
Okay.
Which, for those who are like, episode 6.
6 and 7.
4, 5, and 6 were the first 3 episodes.
Right.
You know,
so
like
yeah, so
the Luke and Leia when they were like youngsters.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. So this is between A New Hope and
No, Return of the Jedi and The Force Awakens.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So this is,
There
okay.
it is.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so the thing is that like so yeah, you're not actually sure if that is Boba Fett. Really, it could just be another clone because if you if from back to the prequels, Jango Fett was like the basis for all the clones that became the stormtroopers, right?
But he got his ass handed to him by the second coolest guy in space, Mace Windu.
Yeah. And so Boba Fett was his son, but he wasn't quite his son. He was his clone, but he raised him as his son. Yeah. So I guess it could be another clone that we're seeing. And
little known not to cut you out, but little known Star Wars fact: Mace Windu, his lightsaber was supposed to be a different color, but Sam Jackson insisted he wanted it purple. Like,
oh, that's cool.
He chose it purple, and he's the only Jedi, past and present, with a purple lightsaber stone.
is that an ode to Prince?
You'd have to ask Sam Jackson. That part you'd have to ask him. I don't know. He doesn't answer my phone calls anymore.
Just because, like, anytime I wear purple, I think of Prince.
Right.
Yeah.
I think of a big bag of happiness. When I think,
some purple kush.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. Some purple herbal.
When I played the Force, when I played Jedi, Star Wars: The Fallen Order, Jedi Fallen Order, I made my lightsaber purple.
Mine too. Mine too.
You did? Fist bump.
Right.
Speaking of that game, have you played much of that, Cameo?
Fallen Order?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I love the game. Yeah, I finished it. Shoot, I want to say 2-3 days. Nah, I say about a week after I picked it up.
Okay, you must have played that joint nonstop. It took
I did, man. Yeah,
it took me a month to finish it, but in my defense, like I stopped playing it for 2 weeks because it's pissing me off.
Right, man. Some of those levels, I'm like, dude, this is so hard.
Oh, Spartacus. Oh, he was getting on my nerves.
Right.
Oh, Spartacus was getting on my nerves. Oh man, I couldn't stand him.
I've been playing Squadron, and that game is hard. I get all like turned up. Yeah, turned around, turned up, all of it. It's like because so if you played Battlefront 2, then if you did any of the flying missions or games,
I hated those, dude. It does. That's like the worst thing to try to do is fly a spaceship and be stolen because you like really move your whole body like you really fit it.
You're right. That is so true. That is so true.
You're gonna move your whole body like left.
Yeah. But
turn left.
I don't know why, but like when I would need to go left, I'm always going right, or if I need to go up, I'm always going down, and just it's bad. I'm not good.
I be trying to fly over and under stuff, and I be ducking for real.
Yeah, yeah.
I gotta try it, man. I gotta try it.
I do like the Squadrons game, but it's something that you had to get used to, I think, and then go from there. But so what did you think, Cameo? Did you back to the Boba Fett Mandalorian debate? Did you think that was Boba Fett that we saw there? I mean, did you think that was his armor?
I was thinking so. But I've also heard through the grapevine that could be a just a clone, one of the clones. That because if you watched what was it?
Rebels?
No, the third season or the basically the last season of the Clone Wars. One of the soldiers got that thing out of his head and he was fine. And people are thinking that it might be Rex. That's what I'm hearing. But I honestly, truthfully think that it is Boba Fett. Because, I mean, I don't see why they would bring somebody at the end of that episode looking at the Mandalorian and the armor was Boba Fett. So I would have to say that would be Boba Fett, though.
Why they wouldn't do that? To keep you watching for a whole nother season.
Right, and watch it. It's not going to be Boba Fett. It's going to be somebody
you're
else.
Probably right, but I definitely think that they want you to think that for sure.
Right. Yeah. Most definitely.
I mean, but okay, if I remember correctly, didn't he fall in the sandworm?
Right. That's the pit that the monster
Starlight Pit.
was in that first episode there.
Uh-huh.
And so that's what I kind of mean. Like, so jumping ahead to episode 2, where they're like chased by these like spider creatures, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And they barely get out of that, but they do because he's the Mandalorian. I mean,
Right.
you see what I'm saying? He's just a
Yeah,
badass.
and he's like, this is the last time I do a good favor for a friend. Like,
yeah.
like, dude, like I was thinking that same thing. Like, how do you get into this?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
you have the worst luck ever. Like, you not only did you crash, but you fell through the ice.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was all so cool, like just seeing all that unfold, I thought. And but the thing that it, like I said, I think that's giving us that whole thought that, okay, these Mandalorians, they can get out of tough situations, so it's feasible that Boba Fett survived was it the Sarlacc pit or whatever?
Yeah.
Oh, I wanted to let you guys know something. This is like, I don't know if you guys are familiar, but like maybe like 15 years ago, this rapper named MC Chris came out with a song called Fett's Vet. And it's like the dopest song in the world. Like,
Okay.
get out of here.
I love that song. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm a big MC Chris fan. Actually, I've seen him perform and stuff. He's good.
Is he really? I saw
MCP
that,
pants.
Okay.
that was his. It was his name on one of those Cartoon Network shows that he was on.
So he got a little bigger. He got a little bigger blowing up than I know of. I just know the one song.
Yeah, he's pretty funny. I like him.
That song is like dope as hell. That was my sister's ringtone for the longest.
What sucks about it is he's got like a bunch of songs on iTunes, but not that one. I was like,
Yeah, I had to look high and low for that joint.
I could probably find it on YouTube. I'll try to see if I can play it under.
It's called Fett's Vet. Yes.
Yeah. It's on YouTube. I got to put it up right now.
Yeah, it's like dope as hell. Like the lyrics, like just the bars is like, okay. You like, okay, dude, it's pretty dope.
Yeah. I love MC Chris. He comes to town every now and again.
Oh man, we have to go next time he's in town. I have to check him out. Man, I've been listening to his music for like 15 years. Because that song's pretty old. Like,
yeah, it is. It is old. But yeah, that's I think how he got started was doing some Cartoon Network shows, some voices and different stuff, and yeah, he's got a little bit of a following. You've heard of him, Cameo, right?
Yeah.
MC Chris, yeah.
I just didn't realize that was his song.
He's got another song I love called "White Boys Love Hip Hop."
Word. I'm gonna have to check it out.
Yeah, look that one up. I love that song.
I think he did like a tutorial where he cooked like an egg or something, and he was rapping the whole time he was cooking. He was like, you know what I'm talking about?
I haven't seen it, but
I think he did one of those, and he was rapping the whole time he was cooking. I was like, okay, that's cool.
So there was a little bit of a controversy, I guess. It's probably only a controversy online with Twitter bots, but did you see that people were mad at the little baby Yoda in episode 2 because he was slurping on those eggs?
I mean,
Let that baby eat.
so
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Like,
People are legit mad.
Well, the thing is, even though he's 50 years old, he's still a baby.
Yeah.
And so babies
don't know any better.
Right. Babies do whatever they want.
Or puppies.
And even if
my puppy, he'll just run up in there and snatch my sandwich and run away. Like,
I mean, I've seen
I guess
videos.
I'm not eating that no more.
Right. I've seen videos of cats, this goes back to like season 1 of Mandalorian where he told him don't touch it. You tell your cat don't do it, the cat knocks it over.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's just like he's a kid. Like, what do you expect?
Like, he's like,
He's hungry.
What are you gonna do to me? Like what? Like what?
Right.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna force choke you.
Right.
Yeah. But see, so then that curiosity led to like that huge scene with all those they weren't like some kind of alien spider monster something,
Yeah.
that was terrifying. That whole chase scene, I didn't enjoy that because I was just like,
I like
I
how Miss Froggy over there.
She got amphibious with it, right?
Right. She started running and she was like, "Oh, I can't run on these two legs. Let me hop on out of
Let
here.
me get out of here." She got amphibious with it. I'm like, okay, frog lady, you better move
Right.
You better move.
Yeah, that fight or flight took over. Like,
Right.
yeah, that was
Like,
funny.
bitch, you ain't gonna make it. You better run.
Yeah.
You better figure it out.
Yeah, yeah. So, and then of course I was like, man, how are they even gonna get out of this? I mean, it was overwhelming, and they got helped out by the Force, and I kind of almost saw that coming, but I still liked it. I still thought it was cool.
I still would have said fuck 12 when they left.
I'm down.
I'm just saying, keep it real. Like, you gotta say,
right.
Yeah.
You gotta say, F12.
Yeah, I like the Mandalorian. He's the outsider, the bounty hunter. So he's in between.
And I'm glad he didn't kill Timothy Oliphant, because I would have been real sad about that. Like, you can't kill Timothy Oliphant.
Yeah, you know what I like about this is that, he met, I forgot the dude's name, the one that's giving him all the bounties. Can't remember his name, but we have Cara Dune. We have the no eyebrow lady that he comes to meet, and like the pit stop woman. I don't know what her name is.
That was the dude he was talking that's giving him deals is a black dude from Rocky, right?
Right.
Carl Weathers.
There you go.
Carl Weathers.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was Carl Weathers.
I like how he's like grabbing all these people because Timothy is just another character that is going to be a regular or semi-regular. So
everybody missed it. I don't know if I missed it. I don't know if you guys missed it, but in the first episode, the guy he hemmed up, that was John Leguizamo.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I totally missed that. I didn't see that till the end credits.
Cameo had told me that, but you had said, like, was he the voice?
Yeah, he had to be the voice.
Yeah,
I feel like he might have been the character because if you've watched Spawn and when he was the clown and the way he moved, and that kind of reminded me of the alien in Mandalorian.
That's funny you brought up Spawn because Hollywood, if I ever do a comic book movie, I want to play the clown in Spawn. I feel like I can do it without the suit. I'm short enough. I could put on a little weight, whatever, but I want to play the clown because I can mess with people all day.
Well,
let me play the clown.
We're gonna have it right here. One day me and Cameo will be like, this is when Mike called it, said he was gonna play the clown, and then he never came back on our show again.
Right, got too big for us. We see how it is, Mike. We see how it is.
That's the plan. Like, I'm gonna totally change when I get money. Like, I'm gonna fire my family and all that. I'm gonna do the whole white woman thing. Like, it's going down. I'm Malibu address.
Yeah, you're only going on like the Kevin Smith podcasts and the Chris Jericho's, Joe Rogans. No Nerds to Men for you.
No, not anymore. After a while, you guys become beneath me.
It's expected. It's come to be expected. So.
You guys just like a stepping stone for my fame, and then
that's how it's been for a lot of our co-hosts over the years.
And it'd be like that one time I had that conversation with those one guys.
Those losers.
Yep.
But one day, miraculously, you guys just get like $4,000. So you're welcome in advance.
Okay. Hey, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be real nice. Cameo, what's my dude's name who has the Darksaber?
Giancarlo Esposito.
Okay, that's his real name. Yeah, but what's his name on The Mandalorian?
Yeah, I can't tell you.
Yeah,
I can't tell you.
Is it Moff Gideon or
Moff Gideon? Yeah.
So, when do we get to see him back?
Hopefully this next episode.
I hope so too. Like him and like Timothy Oliphant, like they're in everything now. Timothy Oliphant, you see in all the shows. John, you corrected me once and then I said it right. Giancarlo.
Yeah.
He was also in The Boys, so he's popping up a lot.
He wasn't the boy. You know, and how's season 2? Because I didn't.
So good.
Season 2 is
it pretty good?
Awesome. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was awesome. It was dark. You know, it was kind of a like, oh man, some of the stuff every week it was
a
like,
roller
oh
coaster.
my gosh.
It was a roller coaster,
but it made
for
you
sure.
want to watch more for sure.
Right.
Because the first season was like, okay, it took a while to get into it, but towards the end, I'm like, okay, I see what you're doing here.
Yeah. I don't know. Like for me, season 1, I was pretty much hooked right away. But you know, did you ever watch Preacher?
I tried so hard. I really did. I tried with Preacher. I finished the first season and I damn near finished the second season, but it just took so long.
Really,
So, like,
really.
It drug out to me. It wasn't enough stuff going on.
Well, I saw a few episodes of it, and then, a few seasons, and then I kind of I don't know, it lost interest in it. So,
kind of fizzled out a little bit, right?
Yeah. So I kind of feel that. Cameo, you never really got into Preacher, right?
Yeah, I watched like the first, I think either the first 2 episodes or the first episode. I can't remember. But it's whenever they showed the booty hole face, man, I was like, I'm done. I can't do it. I can't look at that.
Yeah, ours face.
Oh, and shout out to the guy from Lovecraft Country for snagging that Kang role. I saw you guys posted that. That's pretty dope. You know, he has the nose for it.
Yes, he does.
He will be a good Kang. Like, just put him blue and put that helmet on. That nose will work for itself.
Right.
Okay, we got a little bit of time left before I guess Zoom kicks us off, or it's got a time limit.
That's weird. It's never had a time limit before.
Yeah, I can actually see it up at the top. It's counting me down. Yeah. Well, that's kind of cool though. I need a Zoom producer like that.
Right.
But let's talk about this real quick. So it came out. George Lucas talked about the sequel trilogy that, you know, started with Force Awakens. We got the version that we got, but he was saying that originally his intention was Princess Leia was the chosen one. Mm-hmm. Darth Maul was going to be kind of how they've set him up now, you know, with the Solo movie, but he lived and he's coming back.
Wait, time out.
Yeah.
Time out. How he survived getting cut in half?
He was cauterized by the what do you call it? The lightsaber. Yeah.
So they just reattached him?
They basically.
Yeah.
So like a robot body.
Oh, so the bottom half is robot or something?
Yeah. He was like did you see Solo?
Yeah, I saw Solo, but I thought Solo took place in the past, so it's like
it did. I think it's not Solo. My bad. What am I talking about? Was it Squadron? Rogue Squadron? Which one had Darth Maul? No, it was Solo, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Solo.
Yeah, it was Solo.
He popped up at the end, but I thought Solo took place before.
Well, yeah, because the Darth Maul was in the prequels, so you know he was like when, what's his name? Ewan McGregor's character, Obi-Wan was younger too. You see what I'm saying? Right. So yeah, that would. So yeah, but yeah, so he would have lived. He would have had his little spider legs, and then in the sequel trilogies, he would have been like the OG bad guy, and then he would have had a youngster, like more Darth Vader type, who was going to be a female. And I want the Maul cut.
Right? Let's do it.
Yeah.
Come on, George Lucas.
What do you think? Does that not sound better than the trilogy that we did get, the sequel trilogy?
Yeah, that would have been nice, because I'm curious of what they're gonna do now, since in the last one they pretty much killed all the Sith when they did the little bonding with the other Jedis. Mace showed up. Shout out to Mace's ghost. Represent. You know
yeah, I'm hoping that maybe these next wave of movies might touch on Darth Maul, or maybe Jon Favreau's like, hey, let's make a movie, or not a movie, a show. Let's do it.
That's what I anticipate. I think what we're going to start seeing is a lot more of the Star Wars stuff on the Disney Plus, because with movies, kind of nobody wants to go to the actual theaters. And
Keep
you
the
know,
mask on.
yeah. I mean, I went. I had a good time. I didn't get the COVID, so I felt good about that.
Whoop, whoop.
But and plus, like I told you, I loved it because nobody could sit next to me. So I was like, this
Yeah.
is how I like it.
It's a word.
Let's just keep doing that, even when things get better. But I just think we're gonna see a lot more of those shows coming to Disney Plus, or like the Batman stuff going to HBO Max instead.
Right.
Because I heard 007 is now, they're shopping it to Netflix or Amazon or one of these that's going to end up
Oh, awesome.
showing it. Yeah.
They've been saying some stuff about Green Lantern supposed to be coming to HBO Max too. So
Yeah.
Which leads me to this, Myke. As a guy who gets out and does stand up, how's the pandemic? Has that been wrecking your stage time?
it has, because I haven't done any open mics in a while. I've just been doing shows.
Yeah.
And the few shows that I've been doing has been, limited audience only. So it kind of, and I've been doing the virtual shows, and you just miss that, crowd interaction. But it seems like things are starting to calm down. Well, not really, because they just got like 2,000 more cases in Oklahoma.
Right.
So it's like, come on, people, like you got to get it together so I can bring you this gift I have.
Right.
Get it together.
Now, I'm glad you have the outlet of podcasting.
Yeah, it's been keeping me busy and keeping me relevant, but I'm gonna start making some moves here and there, and I'm just gonna have to start wearing my mask and just doing stand up with a mask on.
Hey, do it.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. Like I don't think I'd be able to do radio with a mask on. I'd be like,
yeah. You'd have to have everybody in a little bubble, like glass. It'd be like talking to people in prison, even though you're not in prison. It's just
right.
Plexiglass everywhere. Even in the radio station, there's plexiglass everywhere. You got a little phone in there to talk to them. Put a little fist love and all that,
Right.
Yeah,
it's just what we're looking at, because just some people don't want to act right. But hopefully, Biden Harris fix this shit, get it getting squared away, man. We get back to regular life.
Yeah,
right.
I'm looking forward to like having a time where I don't even know who the president is. Like, who is the president again? Like, you know what I mean? He's just doing his job. I don't have to worry about it.
He stays off of social media.
Yeah. Like, I forgot we even had a president. That's cool.
President actually presidents, and not just talk
right.
shit.
Yeah.
Start fights and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Right on.
Country's looking at us, just laughing at us.
Right.
I know. And here in Oklahoma, it's like there's a definite. We're kind of like in the minority as far as it's a lot of Trump people out there. So,
So. Man, it's they everywhere.
And I always just put it like this: like I don't have none. I mean, I don't have anything against Trump supporters, but they annoy me like the people who support like football teams do, or
it's too much. That's just way too just over.
Oh yeah, too much. Like, okay, he's human just like anybody else, so don't worship that guy.
Bad It's like it is somewhat like a damn near cult type shit. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, it's scary. All right, Myke. We're gonna have to get off of here. I will download like the professional version of Zoom, and then the next time we'll go for even longer. How about that?
Most def, guys. I appreciate y'all having me on. This was dope, man.
This was kind of the most amateurish show we've done in a while, just because I'm in the middle of moving. So I'm actually doing it from a rent house. That's why I've got this weird background behind us.
I've been trying to figure out how to change my background this whole time, and I just couldn't figure it out, so I gave up.
No worries.
Yeah. So, but as always, keep a smile on your face.
This is the way.